Dr. Mabel stepped into the humid Abuja morning clutching a thick report and a resolve hardened by experience. As a senior researcher and policy advocate in Nigeria's higher education sector, she had seen firsthand how invisibility plagued many institutions. Websites of federal and state universities, polytechnics, monotechnics, private universities, even several research institutes were barren of research policies or proof of scholarly activity. It was as if brilliant work was happening behind closed doors, yet to the world it did not exist. Mabel recalled a guiding maxim from her training: what is not documented is not done. This mantra echoed in her mind as she realized with a chill that if Nigeria's institutions didn't openly document their research governance, others would assume nothing was being done at all. Later that day, Dr. Mabel presented her findings at a National Universities Commission (NUC) workshop. Heart-pounding, she described how global donors and partners scour university websites for research guidelines, ethics policies, and evidence of vibrant research culture, and often find nothing. Some university leaders in the hall shifted uncomfortably. One vice-chancellor openly challenged her, insisting that Nigerian universities were being unfairly overlooked in funding due to international bias. Others murmured in agreement, wary that publishing policies might invite scrutiny or criticism, not just from funders abroad, but from the nation's TET fund. Mabel responded firmly, holding up the report. It's not bias. They skip us because we provide no evidence of our activity or transparency. In their eyes, no documentation means no accomplishment. What is not documented is not done, and we're living that consequence. The room fell silent as the weight of her words sunk in, a suspenseful hush of conflict between old habits and an urgent new reality. That conflict soon met cold, hard facts. Mabel recounted a recent survey of 64 Nigerian universities titled A National Embarrassment, which found none had published their research governance information or even basic financial records online. This cloak of secrecy was not without cost. The report warned that such opacity is a fundamental governance weakness that systematically excludes them from attracting global research funding by eroding trust. Everyone in the workshop knew of the major grant Nigeria had lost that year. Foreign partners chose universities in Ghana, Kenya, and South Africa, where research policies and outcomes were transparent and updated online. In contrast, Nigeria's top institutions received dismal donor confidence scores. Mabel's voice trembled with controlled emotion as she described how openly sharing research policies helped other African universities attract millions in grants and partnerships, while those clinging to silence at home fell in rankings and reputation. Faces around the table revealed a sudden realization: the suspense giving way to the stark reality their invisibility was extinguishing their future. Galvanized by the evidence and Dr. Mabel's impassioned plea, the workshop transformed into a turning point. Even the skeptics could no longer deny the strategic value of visibility. By the session's end, a consensus emerged like the sunrise after a storm. Every institution needed to pull its research governance out of the shadows. Within weeks, the NUC, TET Fund, and Federal Ministry of Education issued a nationwide directive that all tertiary institutions, federal, state, private universities, polytechnics, monotechnics, colleges of education, and research institutes must formulate, publish, and regularly update their research policies, guidelines, and records of research activities on their websites. Universities that once resisted now raced to upload ethics guidelines, grant procedures, and past projects for the world to see. The benefits became quickly apparent. Those that embraced transparency began attracting grants, improving credibility, and forging international partnerships as never before. Dr. Mabel watched these changes with hope sparkling in her eyes. In a final dramatic scene at a national education summit, she stood at the podium and issued a stirring call to action to all of academia in Nigeria. Let us commit today that no research, no policy, no achievement will remain invisible. We must show the world what we do. Remember, what is not documented is not done. In making our research governance visible, we reclaim our place and our future. The hall erupted in applause as institutions pledged to shine a light on their work, united by the newfound understanding that visibility and documentation are keys to growth and trust. The story ends with a sense of renewal and resolve across Nigeria's higher education landscape, a collective vow that never again would important research or policies go undocumented and therefore undone.